That's it. That's all you guys got. Let's go. There we go. Woo! Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, you can take a seat. I am a son of a minister, mom, so you guys can take a seat. We're going to have a little reverence right now. No, but thank you again. Can we give a huge round of applause to Lisa? She did just crush it or what? I love it. I love it. So let me ask you guys a question with show of hands. How many of you guys are serious about making more money? Say yes. Awesome. And how many of you are committed to getting the most out of this weekend? Say yes. Awesome, awesome. So I've got a short period of time. I talk very, very fast in general. I'm going to do my best to slow it down this evening. But my intention is that I give you as much as I can in a short period of time. And really, this is going to be two parts. How many parts? Awesome. I want to make sure you guys are paying attention. And the first part is really kind of what I'm known for in the business, and that is, like Lisa mentioned, helping people to what I call kind of get money or raise resources, be able to have the right mindset, as well as some skill sets and strategies to come up with resources. Now, by show of hands, how many of you guys was it a bit of a challenge to get started in your business financially? Say yes. Yeah. For me, when I got started, I was flat busted broke. I won't go into long details, but I was recovering from real estate. I can actually relate to Justin. He had mentioned he was in real estate debt since I'm real estate business. I was actually in real estate investing prior. Made a bunch of money, lost a bunch of money, flipping houses in Detroit, Michigan. If any of you guys know Detroit, there's a little B word called bankrupt. And so I lost a lot of money. At one point, a few years back, I was $500,000 in debt and about $90,000 in credit card debt at about the age of 23. You're like, damn, Peter, you know how to raise some credit cards. Well, you learn some things. But it's crazy. But at the same time, I'm going to share with you guys tonight that one of the biggest things that, people like Jim Rohn said, no matter what your circumstances are in life, we all have circumstances, yes? We all have challenges, yes? But it's not the circumstances that dictate the outcomes of our life, right? Jim Rohn said it's not the blowing of the wind, but the set of the cell. Ooh, you guys have heard that audio too. I love it. And so, at the end of the day, it's about having the right mindset. It's about going within. I could spend hours. I grew up in a household, and I'll share a story here in a moment that I haven't shared with many people, where the inner game, working on ourselves, working on our confidence, and I'm going to share with you, what you see today, the person speaking to you, is drastically different than maybe a decade ago. A decade ago, I was scared to death to speak in front of people. Like literally. I know it's hard to believe, right? Because I love this. It's my passion to serve people and to inspire. And so when it comes to getting money, money is just an idea. Say it with me, money is just an idea. Okay, quick poll because I want to get a feel for the room. How many of you guys are all in with Empower Network? Say yes. All right, most of the room. Okay, how many are not? Just curious in school? All right, so most are all in. So the bottom line is, how many of you guys would like to learn, how to be able to make a six-figure income and not be a Michelangelo recruiter, I mean, Michelangelo, the guy's just a stud, and all these top income earners, and Justin, I see so many incredible leaders here. When I first got started in this business, I was not a master marketer. I had no clue about list building, paid traffic, none of that. But I developed some skills in working with people, building rapport, right? Loving on people, and also learning how to be able to help people come up with money. And one of the first biggest things, and we all know this, is that if someone is committed, right? Let's say they're committed to your business, they see the vision of Empower, they see the incredible training products, right? Will they find the resources? Yes. Will they find the resources? Yes. Now, just some people have some real slick challenges, right? Hey, I got bad credit. I can't just go out and get a loan, or I got this or that. We have challenges. Again, we have challenges and circumstances. But at the end of the day, if we have the right mindset, if we have the belief system, right? If we have no number one thing to success is belief. You guys can write that down. You probably all heard it, Think and Grow Rich. The number one step to success, bottom line, is belief. You got to believe. You got to believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing, being passionate and believing in the vision of Empower Network, the vision of Dave Wood. I am so grateful for Dave Wood and the vision of Empower Network. Like, literally. Take away the money, take away whatever. I am grateful for the person I am becoming for the people I get to surround myself with on a daily basis and events like this, right? So give yourselves a round of applause for showing up, because 80% of success is showing up. So when it comes to getting money, you got to have the belief that you can go out there and get it. Now, many of you guys are marketing. You're going to go out there. You're going to build the list. You're going to get some new members, right? How many of you guys get some team members? Even if it's just one, say yes. And be proud, right? Well, how do you take that team member on a journey and get them from just getting started to getting all in on their business, right? Doing things like Lisa talked about, new member coaching sessions. In fact, if you guys own the Inner Circle, it's a little shameless plug for me right now. Go through the Inner Circle, because I uploaded 2 calls in there where I go in detail, step by step, how to do new member coaching sessions and how to help people come up with resources, right? There's 2 hours of content there, right? So I've only got a few minutes here. So go and listen to those calls. But, the bottom line is you guide that person through a process where they see, number one, they believe it. They believe maybe if they're not believing in themselves yet, they begin to believe in you. They begin to believe in the products. They begin to believe in the comp plan. They believe in the vision, the leadership. They've got to have that belief. People go all in. You go all in. At the end of the day, you did what it takes to get the resources, to get all in your business, get committed, get the education, get the training when you had belief, right? You believed in something that made that stretch, right? For me, it was going down to Costa Rica and going to the Master's Retreat and selling everything and borrowing funds to come up with $5,000 plus the travel cost to get down there when I was just getting started in the business, right? And I was literally broke, renting a room in a house in Vegas with 4 other guys for $350 a month, $400 a month. And I went down there and I was like, I've got to make this work. This is it. I have to make this work. And we had a big event coming up. And this is going to go into the next speaker when I introduce her a little later, because she's big on building for events. You got to build for events, and so that's part of that. So when it comes to the get money conversation, you've got to again have the right mindset when you're working with your people and giving them to know that money is just an idea. Money is all around you. Like right now, any of you guys have money on you? You have a wallet, you have purses, you have money on you, right? All right. So if you want to get some money, tip number one strategy is turning the person to the left of you. Turn to the person left of you, dig in their pocket or the purse, and grab some money. Hey, it works. No. All right. And just so I know, at the end of the day, going from, broke and struggling to 6-figure in income, and my results are definitely not typical. Results will vary. See our average income disclosure link, okay? But here's the bottom line. How many of you guys want to be untypical? Say yes. Right? Because that's the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's about, everyone is born equal with the opportunity to become unequal. And that doesn't mean someone's better than them. We're all the same. We're all the same human beings, right? We all breathe. We all put on our pants and all that stuff, right? But we have that opportunity to do something that others won't do, right? Take those, risks. Take that stretch, okay? And to be able to go out there and to be able to impact our own lives and impact other people's lives. Right? So how many of you guys have a vision? How many of you guys have some goals? Are you sure about that? There we go. So if you've got your visions, you've got your goals, you've got your belief, right? Well, now number 2, and a lot of you guys are obviously doing it. You're here. You've got your specialized knowledge. And Napoleon Hill says you got to go out there and get specialized knowledge, right? It's not enough just to have the right mindset, but we've got to have the skill set. Right? We actually have to know what to do. I'm here at events like this taking notes because I want to learn from the other leaders, that have paved the trail for me that are way more experienced. Lisa's, my first 6 figures, I never even made a capture page and I wrote 2 blog posts. I didn't know that stuff, but I knew how to talk to people. I wasn't afraid to pick up the phone. I market on Facebook. I connect with people. And once I got them started, I got them all in. Doing what I teach you how to do in the Inner Circle calls. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's how you can, like Dave Wood talks about all the time, compress time, maximize systems, maximize opportunities, right? But none of that will happen if you don't believe it for yourself, right? And you don't believe what you're doing makes an impact in other people's lives, that they need this, that they need a family, they need a community, they need hope, they need inspiration. They need a community of people, champions in their corner, that are going to cheer them on when everyone else is fear-mongering, right? Ebola this and bullshit that. Sorry. I know Justin appreciates that. So here's the bottom line, guys. I have something really near and dear and special to my heart, and do I have your permission just to kind of like share from the heart, be vulnerable, and kind of like, all right, let me take this shit off here. All right. Uh-oh. I might have just did something with his mic. All right. So here's the bottom line. For those of you that know, I had an opportunity to do an Empower Hour call last month, and I shared a story. Actually, I need a clicker for this here in a minute. I share the story about when I was 8 years old. Now, before I kind of get into that, I was in a car crash, and you'll see some of the details here in a moment. How many of you guys have had some challenges in your life? Show of hands. All right. I want you to think about a challenge. I want you to think about a challenge right now. Maybe it's a financial challenge. Maybe it's present. Maybe it's the past, right? Maybe you've had a situation in your life where you had a physical challenge, physical abuse, emotional abuse, right? Lots of craziness that happens in our lives, yes? Right? I'm going to share my story about my car crash, a nearly fatal car crash when I was 8 years old. And for some of you, it'll seem traumatic, and for others, it'll be like, that's no big deal. You should hear my story. And I want to hear your story. Not just me, the world deserves to hear your story, right? And how cool is it we have a platform we can share our stories, and we can also inspire others and make money in the process. Cool, right? And so think about that challenge. So for me, I'll take you back briefly. It was Thousand Oaks, California. I was 8 years old, 1993, June 26th, a Saturday afternoon. And let's see if these slides work. I don't know if I have like a slide. I only have a few photos, but I'll go back. That's all right. So that's a 1993 Corvette. And that little 8-year-old boy there's me. Now, cars mangled, my hands mangled. What ended up happening is my mom's fiance at the time just decided to take a little joyride in this Corvette, and then I went with him. And got it to about 115 miles per hour on an old dirt gravel road. You see a lot of cars and ambulance there, but there was really no cars there at all. This is the time before cell phones and all that. And I remember a few images. I was 8 years old, right? So I remember regaining consciousness of being in shock, literally having one of those glimpses that kind of life flashes before your eyes. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. I kind of had that moment. It was like this spark. I can't really explain it, the vividry. I can have it still in my mind. And I remember looking up, and I just remember looking at blood everywhere in my hand. And I was in shock, so I don't actually, honestly, and thank God, I didn't really feel the pain physically because I was in such shock, right? Anyone who knows pain and trauma, a lot of times that happens. And but I remember the guy. I remember, fortunately, by the grace, what I call the grace of God, and you can believe anything you want, universe, whatever, that there were some workers. Again, this was like a kind of an old dirt gravel country road, right? Not a major big intersection road. So some workers were down the road, saw the accident, came running over. This is the kind of the story they recall telling me, and knocked on several doors. It was a Saturday afternoon. Found a door, called an ambulance, pulled me out of the car. What had happened was the car had flipped and rolled and landed and pinned on my wrist. So there was nothing but basically blood and bones, right? And a lot of internal bleeding. So they got me out of the car, took me in the ambulance, and rushed me to a local hospital. It was in Thousand Oaks, California. And unfortunately, fortunately and fortunately, right? It's always how we look at things. But they said, we can't operate on you. This is way out of our scope of surgery. This is some hardcore shit. So they shipped me to UCLA Medical Center and had a world-class renowned surgeon. Hopefully I can still thank him one of these days. Dr. Neil Ford Jones from London, England, for all my awesome Brits out there. Dr. Neil Ford Jones performed several surgeries that night, June 26th. Skin graft, taking skin from my back, nerve transplants later, to be able to regain feeling. Now, how many of you guys, again, have had some trauma in your life? Right? Some physical, some pain. For me, this was obviously a lot of physical pain. Being 8 years old and having your mom, be with you in there in the hospital and be able to, I'll show you some slides, some pictures here. Now, this was me This is actually my second surgery. My first surgery, I was definitely not as smiling. But I had my mom in my corner. She was my champion. She was cheering me on, saying, Peter, this circumstance won't hold you back. You can do anything you want. This hand will not limit your ability. You know, I love basketball. I was a Michael Jordan fanatic. I was going to be a professional basketball player, damn it. And I had my mom there in my corner, right, cheering me on. I was back then. And you guys remember the trolls? I was like super into these trolls back then in the early 90s. Come on, there had to be one other person that had some freaking trolls. All right. So, they took like a 12-inch strip of nerves from my leg. And so bottom line is I had a lot of pain from here. But the biggest pain came from the emotional trauma after that. Being afraid to get in a car. Even to this day, if I'm in a car with someone and someone starts driving fast, my heart's just like. And I know this consciously, right? So this is the power of the subconscious mind in our body and how it's all triggered. I know this consciously. So I breathe through it. How many of you guys ever have that experience? Maybe you're on the phone, maybe you're writing a blog post, and you have that moment where you're like, heart's beating up a little faster, right? Maybe you got on the phone with a new member and you're like not sure what quite to say, right? How many of you guys have some fear maybe of putting yourself out there, being seen? I'm not the only one. That's a big fear of mine. There's people like, different leaders and throughout history that were crucified or died or got attacked and murdered because of what they believed to hold light, right? So it's an unconscious fear. I became conscious of it, and I'm moving through it. But the reality is, share a couple of these photos. That's the hand today, right? So how many of you guys actually notice my hand, like when I'm like saying, raise your hand if this. You guys notice the hand? Probably not, right? So this hand for me, it's, again, we're over 20 years ago, it's symbolic. That no matter what circumstances we face, no matter what pain, no matter what challenges, because, can I guys let you in a little secret? You guys want a secret? Yeah. Lean forward, say, I want a secret, Peter. All right. So you are all a part of what we call the human family. And as part of the human family, we are going to have challenges. We're going to have painful moments. We're going to have, the roller coaster of life, And if it's good, it's going to be bad at some point, probably. But when it's bad, guess what? It's also going to become good, right? Many times, the breakthroughs that we experience in our lives, the breakthroughs we have on our businesses, right, are preceded by breakdowns. Right? When we have a breakdown, that creates the space, right? It creates the space to be able to have the breakthrough. It creates the space to be able to do something we've never done before, think something we've never thought before, right? And so I want to impart with you, if nothing else, in my short period of time here, is to know that regardless of circumstances, regardless of the pain that you face, that you can do it. And no matter what that is for you, right? So you guys believe? Yes? You guys stand up with me. Please stand up. Stand up. And in a powerful way, and bring up our next powerful speaker. So repeat after me. I am powerful. I am confident. I am free. I am filled with love. I share and give my love with others. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Awesome. Stay standing. Feel it. Feel it right now. Feel your body. Feel the vibration in your body. Get present to the moment. And anchor this moment. Anchor is a powerful moment that you know that you're unstoppable, that you are powerful. That it doesn't matter what setbacks in your life that you have. Doesn't matter if you have money challenges, if you're looking way to find the money to get all in, if you're not getting sales in your business, it doesn't matter. You make a decision. You believe. and you get someone in your corner. You get someone to be your empower partner. So that's my challenge for you as I'm wrapping up. If you don't got one already, by the end of this weekend, you've got someone that's going to be your empower partner. Someone that's going to not only be an accountability partner, guys, someone that's going to root you on. Maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's your loved one, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's an upline, it's cross-line, it doesn't matter. Someone that's going to empower you, right, and you empower them back. How many of you guys are going to commit to have an empower partner by the end of the weekend? How many of you guys are going to commit to share this and get this out there to make a difference in people's lives? Say yes. Awesome. I love you guys. So with that, I have the privilege of introducing the next speaker of the night. This woman is a powerful woman. She is absolutely unstoppable. Right? You guys already know. You guys already know. She is someone that, travels the world, has an amazing family and kids and relationship, and didn't let circumstances hold her back. And now she's here to share with you how to be able to create your own unstoppable tribe, how to create your community, how to be able to build for events, how to be able to have massive success, not only financially, but personally, to impact other people's lives. And no matter what, be unstoppable. So with that, I want to give a huge standing ovation. Let's go, guys, for Rhonda Swan. Woo!